I didn't plan past getting into Seattle U. It's like I was so focused. I just applied to Seattle U. I knew I wanted to get there. And then once I got the acceptance letter, it was like, okay, now I actually am in Seattle U. How am I going to afford this? And then, you know, obviously the private school connotation, it's always more money. It always feels more exclusive and harder to get through. And so I think the Alfie Scholars Program, going back to my feeling of belonging, not only has it been a financial support, but also helped me understand how to navigate this school and the expectations of this school. And it's made private school, for lack of a better word, feel a little less pretentious and a little bit more like a place where everyone can belong and find their spot.
I looked at the Alfie Scholarship and exactly what you said, I thought it was for me completely, because I had originally done a research track at my old college and saw that there was an opportunity to be able to dive into topics that interested me and that I could, you know, research and learn about, and that was the most attractive part to me. I think additionally, as a transfer student, I was really looking for community. And when I looked at the Alfie Scholarship page and when I looked at like what they stood for and the values that they were trying to instill based on like every cohort that came through, I thought that that was something really special that I wanted to be a part of. And those are the two main things that drew me to it.
I feel a little bit overwhelming with like the application process, because like there's a lot of requirement, like you know, the essay, like there are a lot of essay that I should write, and also like interview process and everything. I kind of a little bit overwhelming because like I feel like, oh, this like it's so hard to get into this scholarship, because like they are so like competitive and they're looking for like candidate that is like good fit for the program. And but I'm telling myself that like I can do that, I will try my best. Like I write everything about myself just so they can get to know me a lot of like better. And like even though the essay like it's kind of like a deep question, it's kind of hard, but I'm just trying to do it like from who I am. So yeah, I think it's so good. Like looking back to the memory back then, like it was all worth it.
My initial image of Seattle University wasn't really clear because I was looking at public schools mostly, but then after knowing that CLU offers scholarships, and as an international student, going to public schools is actually kind of more expensive if you don't get any scholarship. So for me, like private school was actually a better choice. That's why I chose to come here. When I saw the website of CLU, like their mission of like educating the person to the whole, I really liked the idea. I think many public schools might not have those goals or missions. And I was like, it's a very small school, it's a private school, and I could kind of educate myself through this school that has a mission like this, and also that kind of connected to Alfie Scholars Program, which is about social justice. And I found it really, I had a good feeling about CLU before coming here. And I also like the color red. I love red, so